Another Latino for Trump just found out the hard way that they are not white. This is Joe Sebios, a self-hating Latino who voted for Trump in the 2024 election, who is currently detained by ICE. Now, this by itself isn't anything special. It's not anything new. There are plenty of stories of Latinos for Trump and self-hating Latinos who have been detained by ICE. But here is where this story gets interesting. As I mentioned before, Joe voted for Donald Trump in the 2024 election, but he did so illegally. That's right, Joe is not a US citizen. But on top of that, it turns out that he was also the mayor of an entire town in Kansas. You heard that right. Joe, the self-hating Latino who illegally voted for Donald Trump, was the mayor of Coldwater, Kansas. You can't make this up. And when asked if he regrets his vote for Donald Trump, this is what he said.
You regret voting for Trump?
I did.
He's asking, do you regret it?
Oh, no. Nope.
It's baffling that even in the end, these people continue to believe that they are white and that they will be accepted. Natural selection, do your thing. But there you have it, guys. It seems like the only people who are actually voting illegally are Trump supporters, but I digress.
I hope he gets deported. We'll be waiting for him with open arms. I hope there's a follow-up to this when he's on the other side. Mexicans for Trump deserve to be taken away by ICE.
You're goddamn right.
Truth be told, I'm waiting for my in-laws to see their faith. Jesus. Y'all want to be Christians and claim your Mexican heritage? Nah, not voting for this shit stain.
I guess not all Latinos for Trump are for Trump anymore. With 1 in 5 previous Latinos for Trump saying that they would not be voting the same today. This just released. Let's take a look at the largest bipartisan poll of Latino voters in Texas. And this should be no surprise. Most Latino voters in Texas think that the country is going in the wrong direction. As you can see here, Texas Latino voters think that President Trump and the congressional Republicans are not focused enough on improving the economy, with more than 51% expecting things to get worse. And when asked which political party would do a better job, Hispanic voters think Democrats would do a better job at these range of issues. And let's get to the issue of legality. Latino voters are fearing getting caught up with immigration arrests even though they are US citizens. So also a big takeaway from this poll is that Latino voters in Texas are feeling economically strained. They're feeling unsafe, they're feeling unheard, but they're motivated to vote. 77% of Hispanic voters are saying that they are certain or almost certain to vote in the midterms. Are you part of that 77%? I'll be seeing you at the polls.
So is this a way for them to show that, hey, we've changed our minds, guys? This is a way to come back and clear our name from what we were thought of before. We know for sure if it wasn't for ICE, they would still be sticking with Trump. This is just one situation of it coming back to bite them in the butt. But if someone just like Donald Trump were to run in office, they would still vote for him. Don't be so sure about it. If a black woman ran, the Latino man would be up Trump's. Someone said, how the F are 4 out of 5 still supporting him? We need a more educated community. Like they'll round you up with and make you go through hell due to the color of your skin per the president's order, and you'll still be cool with that. Make you poorer, humiliate you, and put the fear of God into your community, and you're cool with that. 4 out of 5 are still okay with it. We're more behind than I realized.
Change their lives forever.
She wanted to meet the president because he had announced it on the radio, and we went.
Brian Rojas and Socorro Zaragoza heard a message announcing Donald Trump's visit to one of his resorts in Florida.
And our dream has been to meet President Trump. But wanting to live that dream, my life was ruined.
Trump had been back in the White House for just a few days, pushing a tough policy against undocumented immigrants, los criminales que los extranjeros ilegales, especially Venezuelans like Brian.
They asked me what we were doing there, and I said no, to see Donald Trump. But I didn't say honeymoon, I didn't say surprise, I just said to see Trump.
But that encounter took an unexpected turn.
They approached the car and started treating us like terrorists, especially me, because they saw my tattoos. And at that time, the news about Tren de Aragua from Venezuela was very big. She just wanted to come see Trump. I do not belong to any gang, and I came to this country to work.
The couple, who had traveled from Wisconsin, was arrested here on January 27, 2025 for carrying a metal marijuana grinder in the car's glove compartment.
After the arrest, Brian, who had a pending asylum case since 2022, spent over 3 months detained by ICE far from his family. There, he lost everything, including his work permit and identification.
Loneliness, anguish, desperation.
The Department of Homeland Security labeled him a criminal illegal alien from Venezuela and stated that people like him are not welcome in the United States.
In this country, right now, I am a nobody because I am in an immigration limbo that I would not wish on anyone.
Now, Socorro is the family's only provider and has to drive 6 hours a day to get to work.
I cry a lot, but what can I do? I just keep going, keep moving forward. I have to work for my child, but I don't have time to be with my children.
Both say they are still paying the price for a bad decision, but they have a message for the president.
I am still his fan. I believe in Donald Trump. He was president of the United States. But what he is doing with the migrants is not fair. I am not angry.
That last part is why I uploaded this. That last part. She still fucks with him. She's still, even though he don't give a fuck about her. And
someone said, no one hates immigrants like immigrants with papers. And I cannot unhear that.
A few moments later.
Ya le voy a llamar a ICE. Dame tu seguranza. Estamos placando traffic.
Llámale a ICE, pues. Llámale.
Sí, ya les voy a llamar.
Órale. Llámale.
Ya les voy a llamar, estúpida. Y tienes pinche papeles, ¿verdad?
While she's calling ICE, she also called
She won't give me her information.
¿Su información? No, estoy esperando que venga la policía.
¿No está bien?
Frenó de un solo la señora y pues yo ya no me detuve y le pegué. El primer video, yo no la grabé, la señora cuando me agredió feo, ahí sí fue bien feo, me insultó feo, diciéndome pura grosería delante de mis niños que estaban en el carro.
So she's saying the girl in the red dress stopped and then she hit her from the back. So obviously it is her fault. She didn't record when that lady in the red dress went to her car and started yelling at her and being very vulgar with her and the children. So the girl already driving and that hit her was already upset. She was threatening ICE. She wanted her insurance papers and she was like, I don't want to give it to you. Like, you were very rude. It's unfortunate that our own people are using ICE against our own just because you're born here. And I still don't know who that lady in red is. I haven't been able to find her.
So let me ask a question. If ICE were to show up right now and you walked up to them, do you think ICE will not look at you and think you're an illegal immigrant as well? You know, they all see you the same. So he might just be thinking like, oh, I have 2 illegal immigrants here, I can arrest for 1.
Northeastern corner of Montana sits the small town of Froid. Rural and deeply conservative, it backed President Trump during every one of his White House runs. But earlier this year, when federal immigration agents detained one of the town's longtime residents, this tight-knit community pushed back.
Uh-oh, it sounds like some people got personally affected by something.
Within a decade, Roberto Orozco Ramirez has been one of them.
Roberto's our neighbor. He's a part of our community.
Over the years, Roberto has come to mean a lot of things to a lot of people here. He's a local diesel mechanic, Little League coach, and father of 4 boys.
Great businessman. He's my neighbor, been my neighbor next door for 11 years.
Sounds like Roberto might need to find some new neighbors since they voted against him.
But what residents of Froid didn't know until recently is that Roberto is also an undocumented immigrant who had been deported back in 2009.
Up until 6 months ago, I didn't know Roberto was illegal.
Neighbor Keith Nordland says Border Patrol vehicles started showing up around town in early January.
We had 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We had at least 2 Border Patrolmen in our town.
Agents staked out Roberto's house and, according to his neighbors, even harassed Roberto's children.
I personally don't believe that's right. Them 4 boys are American citizens.
Oh, dude, you should see who's trying to get rid of birthright citizenship right now.
This deep red part of the state, there are mixed feelings about Roberto's legal status, but Keith Nordland says this ordeal has caused him to question some long-held political beliefs.
Oh, I'm not okay that Roberto was here illegally. I don't believe that's right. However, our system is so broken that a guy like Roberto that's came here, has worked his butt off, has built a business, he's thriving in a niche, and he is a valuable asset to our community. How is there not a way for him to be legal?
Sir, you're starting to sound like a Democrat with that type of talk.
Important to us as a community.
Because this isn't just about the letter of the law, this is about humans.
Good job, sir. You're understanding what we've been trying to say this entire time. Now, this story actually does end on a good note because the attorneys actually argued that he was not given due process.
Roberto's 4 children sat in the front row while lawyers argued for and against his release. The federal judge ultimately sided with Roberto and against the Trump administration. So, after more than 100 days behind bars, Roberto was released from jail. And as he walked out of the Cascade County Detention Center, his oldest son was there to surprise him.
And I'm genuinely glad the folks in this town recognize that elections do have consequences when it comes to their vote.
Finally, some good news. I was tired of hearing all of these terrible stuff happening, but I'm glad it worked out. They would still vote for Trump tomorrow if there was another election, guaranteed. I don't know, if they went to court and did all of that, I don't think that they might do it this time. I think this is one situation where I kind of have a bit of a positive outlook on it, but you never know.
Personas que trabajan para el ICE, todos los agentes federales pueden venir al Sammy's Mexican Grill. Aquí se les va a tratar con respeto y se les va a tratar como se merecen.
Tell me you're going bankrupt without telling me you're going bankrupt. You're offering free meals for any ICE agents that shows up at your door. In the meantime, the rest of us are not going to support you because you support them. How are you going to make money? No, genuinely, I want to know, because you're giving food away to ICE agents, and the people that find out that you support them are now going to go to your business to support you. And you're from El Salvador? I know you didn't go to business school, because if you went, you would find out that this is a bad idea. Because the people that would support your business, those are the people you're throwing under the bus. You're giving away all this free food to ICE agents, but when the time comes, when this administration wants your tax dollars, they're not going to forgive you for that. They still want their tax dollars. And by the way, you're in a strip mall. You don't even have a restaurant location independent from a strip mall. I'm no business major, but I can tell this is a bad business idea, because you're going against the people that would support your business, and instead you're giving free service to the people that otherwise wouldn't. Eres un pobre diablo. And I think you know what I mean.
Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are about some of these Latinos for Trump. Leave your comments down below, because I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. If it's your first time to the channel, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Also, if you haven't, check out this video. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. But nevertheless, I'll see you guys when I see you. Peace.